Okay, so we're now on the devlog number 10, and we continue here with the introduction of an additional thread to do the computation that we want in Lua in a separated thread. So last time we were working on the introduction of the QGeneric argument support, which means that now we should have this invoke method available. Yes. So we can just do invoke method and pass out some values. The object is going to be our worker object. Then the method name is going to be run, I don't know, run what? Run task. Okay. So run task. And for this, you're going to provide different arguments. The first one is going to be the state name. So that would be auxiliary state 1, why not? And then the script that you want to run. That could be anything. So let's start simply with what should we have? We should have in the state executed the setup function. So we should have all those debug function available. So let's say debug, log info, for instance, and we would say log info hello from auxiliary state downtown. And that's it. Currently, we are not actually running that, so it should still work fine and not crash. What's next? Then you need to do some cleanup and finalization, I guess. So when this task is done, what should we do? This is in the init, yes. I think we have an init function. I could try to do the uninit here, but I'm afraid it would kill the thread even before this task is submitted. So let's have a look at the uninit function for now. Go there and implement uninit. Uninit would eventually call an init on the parent class. And I think then you need to store the thread, of course, and you would do quit and self thread wait. Yeah, and we need to keep track of this. All right. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's on the object itself, of course. Oh, unit time. How long should you wait? Should be an you assigned longer. Well, you may have a queue deadline timer, so yeah, I should add support for this one. Because then I think if you go, no, not that, wait. Well, it's not ignored because there is one version of it that is not ignored, but it's not, the second version is not supported, so we need this queue deadline timer. It's in core queue deadline timer. It's probably just added with thread anyway, so let's just update the bindings here and see if this gets generated. Q thread. We now have those two signatures, so that's good. Q deadline timer is here, so let's rebuild. All right, so if we come here now, we should have the option to not provide anything if we are considering the deadline version of it. And this is it. Eventually now we should delete this object. Is this going to be deleted? Whoa, that's another good question. Because who has responsibility for it? Ah yeah, I think it's QThread here. Q worker, local worker. Oh, that's another thing. You are going to delete that when you go out of the scope, because that's not good. You need to keep a reference on it also if you want this to be running until a bit later. And when you're done with that, I'd say you should display a message log debug. So you would do something like self thread. You set that to nil. Come on. Self worker, you also set that to nil, and then you call the NervLand GC to collect the garbages. And if you're very lucky, this will work. Deadline timer. And now it's about time to give this a try. My. I'm afraid to do it. Building is done, right? Interesting. There's no crash. Oh. No such method. Are you kidding me? Okay, I think there's something I'm missing because this candidate here is recorded properly apparently. It knows that it's supposed to take this conchar and then the Q string. I guess what could be an issue is this Q string here. Because I'm not building a Q string. Let's see if it's working better when if I use a conchar also. So anyway, that was failing, but what about the exit bot? No public destructor for what? Oh yeah, I know this kind of error. It's not related directly to the worker thread, but calling this GC is yeah, leading to some panic. We'll get back to it. First, this Lua worker run task format const char script. All right. And you don't quite need to do any kind of conversion at that end. Send message. What is send message taking? Oh. Let's try to simplify our life a little bit also and stick with const char for now. What could it be actually? I'm not sure why we do not accept this invoke method. The bindings are okay, right? Q meta object. Invoke method signature 1. We're going to return true if we have a string, yes. That's the actual binding. Argument name, null pointer. Why do we have this argument name? Are we supposed to provide this argument name? Hmm. Nope, still not working. Let's try to provide an argument name. What would that be then as argument name? So Q meta object. Okay, so I think this is it. We're supposed to pass the argument like that with qarg, type, and data. Then this. So typically we need to turn the type into a string, which is what we pass as the first element, a name. So generic case, you get a content, you get the address of it to build your generic argument. But you need this a name. Yeah, most definitely. But the a name then is going to be the type name that you have for this this parameter. So that's something you need to provide here as a string. No, you can't provide that. Come on. Oh man, what are you going to do with that? I guess you can just handle simple cases like int const char then, thing like that, because you need to provide the information concerning the type of the parameter that you want to have for your function call. So it depends on what function you're going to call, what member you have here. So at this level, we don't really have all the information we want. What we would need instead is a special implementation where you would provide then directly when you call here. You could say that, for instance, this is a const char, and then the value, and then you could say that you have a uint 8 and then a number value, something like that. So we could extend that this way, but yeah, not for now. For now, let's just stick with the simple version. And so we'll provide some default name for the types. To do that, we need to, thing is we need to ensure we have const star here. That's okay. That's the name that we're going to provide here. This is okay. And next we need to get to the helper function that we provided. Qt compile context. That's it. And then we have that in extension. So when you build a number, type that you have here should be, that's a problem because you can't really pass a double or int value. So for now, oops. For now, let's just say we consider this are always double values. If it's a boolean, then the value that we have here should be a bool. If it's a string, then the value should be const star. If it's a light user data, then it's going to be a void star. And if it's a user data, it's also going to be a void star anyway. And otherwise, it's an error. If it's nil, then yeah, you need something like void and then null. I don't think this case is meaningful, but right, are we changing anything? I don't think so. This keeps changing all the time. Really strange. So here we're not dealing with a QString. We could, but we really need an extension then. Okay, and here we've just changed this. Okay, now we need to rebuild. And then give it another try. Okay, what else do we have before it? What? Unregistered. Data type. My. Yes, seems that to fix this, I would need to use QDeclare meta type. Sure, let's go. So that would go maybe again in the compilation context. Compile context here. We need to include what the file, it's a Q meta type. And then we could do something like Q declare meta type. Just like that. I really wonder if this could work. Anyway, here we can call that deleting thread resources. This is working fine. What I would like to do maybe is in the Lua worker, in the destructor, we should display a message. Just to confirm that this is called. Oh, wait, no, that's not enough. I need to call Q register meta type to give it a proper name, I guess. Where am I going to do that? Oof, oof, oof. Maybe I could add another function, which I would need to also make available in both contexts, in fact. So that would be Qt and do something like inline. Maybe this is where I should call this other function I prepared. So let's take this and put that in the shared context. And in there, I would do U register meta type, and the name that I'm providing is const char star, and this would be for const char star. This is the only one I'm going to register for now. So, what do you think about that? $11, really? You are doing strange things. Not quite. No, I don't want this to be done this way. So that should be only in the compilation context. So this part you move into your compilation context. That's for the declaration of it. And then for the shared context, you only get the declaration of the function, and the actual thing is going to go into your extension here. So that's going to be still in Qt. And that's a compilation context, so you should have it, or maybe not. Yeah, you should have it. So let's regenerate the bindings now. Mm-hmm. No, not good. Meta type. Where is meta type? Yeah, of course, it's not just there. Stupid me. Q meta type. It's in core. So if it's in core, then that should be Qt core. Like that. All right, now building. Please tell me it's okay. No. Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh my. That was a shared context. You building. So now we can give it another try in there. Oh, error. Not really better. Well, that's interesting. Don't really like to end a session on an error like that. But yeah, I need a small break, so let's make a break and we'll resume in a moment. So we have this error, and I don't know where I should start looking for a solution. So let's just try to take this step by step and try to figure out where we have a problem. Actually, I think we should have a result from that. It should be a Boolean, right? Oops. And that's it. So okay, even worse, it's just closing everything this time. That's kind of interesting. Guess this could mean the error is on the other thread. I don't think this would work. But yeah, let's just try it anyway, and then we'll go into more step-by-step investigations. Hmm. Um, yeah. I mean, if you don't do any of this, come on, really? So entering run task, the only run task. Seriously. Log debug, state name. Let's just try to display that. I was not expecting this. Ah, no. It's when you try to retrieve this argument that you have an issue. So we have a problem with those arguments somehow. To string, we get this. Wait a minute, you would expect to get a const char. pointer. So could be that what you want to have here is actually the address of this pointer anyway. Now that. And if this is true, then it means that in the other case also, when you have a light user data, you want to have a void pointer on the address for that pointer. Same thing here. Whoops, what did I do? Save. So yeah, let's try that. Rebuilding. Oh my, starting. So what kind of state name? Yes. And script to run is the appropriate thing. Oh, great. So that's working. Cool. Which means that if I go there, I can probably just uncomment that. It's definitely not this get thread ID, which is a problem with state blah blah. And you would comment this part, and then you may send a message back, but no one is listening for the moment. That's a pretty large number. Then you're done with your task and you can send that without any trouble. That's cool. Location is arc. You got your thread started. And then you can suddenly stop everything properly. Nope. Destroying, done running up. When is this happening? Okay, we need some additional investigation on that. Guys, one thing I'm realizing is I'm not even calling this registry meta type. So, yeah, I mean, maybe I should try to call that. So that would be Qt register meta types. I doubt this would help for the release of the data, but it's strange that I could handle the thing correctly. Yeah, we still have something going wrong, and it seems that you don't really need this part, then that's interesting. Okay, so concerning this error that I get when I try to release the Lua worker, I think I really need to figure out first what to do with this issue that I have when I try to collect the garbages, because that's definitely where I want to proceed. Collect those stuff before I actually close the state itself. So what error do we have if we do this? Yeah. So no public destructor for Qt doc widget areas. Let's see what we have concerning this one. Okay, I guess we have a bind, yes. And at the end of this file, no public destructor. Could this be? That's not where I want to go. What should I do? No public destructor available. Let's see if we have an error message or any indication when we do the bindings concerning the destructor for this one. So it's a Q flag with this. Can we see what we have in Q flag? Q flags. So there's no destructor, but there's no public destructor, but destructor is not private either. And I think that's because when I'm instantiating a class in Lua, so where would that be? Boom, 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 boom. Lua class writer. Get destructor, yeah. what is this function doing? I think it's automatically finding a destructor, and if it's not, it's creating a default one. But the Q flags case is a bit different, because yeah, the worst case we create this default destructor. If we have a destructor, then we get it, and otherwise it is not, if not self-defined. Yeah, but what we're doing is we're actually instantiating from a class template. So class template, instantiate class function. We may have a destructor or not. So we will eventually instantiate in class. And yeah, that would produce a class that we can bind. Class writer. So we would build the class that we want this way, and I think here ensure that we get the yeah, we should do class get destructor. This will normally instantiate a default destructor if there is no destructor yet. I think that should be it. So let's try to generate the bindings again. Not quite. So why that? Is defined. Is this class defined? I should probably check that the class is defined. Okay, maybe that's the reason why. So I should really mark this as defined then. But maybe this would have an additional side effect, so we'll see. That doesn't seem to be working. No, 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 no. So, what do we have here? Get district tool. Let's try to display that. Oh, it's not is defined, it's set defined. Come on. Oh, 32 files updated then. Delete. Okay, this are all the instantiation of those template classes. Okay, so simple destructor, just deleting the object then. Doc widget area, we have it now. Cool, so that should be all we need, but don't really want this debug output here. And now let's see if it's still compiling fine. Cool, compilation is okay. And now we can just try the execution here. And if you close, no. That's well, your object is on a different thread. So could be you need to do this. Still not really. Let's not delete this for now. No. Deleting the thread still doesn't quite work. Ah, no. No. So let's not do everything concerning the worker itself. So we just have a thread that we started and then we quit and we wait for it. No, there's still an error here. Say that we don't start the thread then, and we don't have to quit. But we still want to delete that somehow. Interesting. Okay, so one thing here is I think we need to call maybe delete later. And to call delete later, we actually need to make sure that this is not handled by the Lua state itself. We should call new to get the thread, store that, then you wait for it, then you would do something like delete later. Okay. Oh, no. Not working at all. Why not? Come on. Thought this would be in okay, let me just continue that for a second. That's a working version of it. This is going to be garbage because we're requesting the delete, and just after that we're collecting the garbage, which is again going to delete this object. That's not good. But yeah, adding so let's see in Luna, I think I'm supposed to have this new operator, new no ownership. So that's exactly what I want to do. Oops. Methods and new. No ownership. I guess that's another aspect of things. What about this Q object, which is the base of everything? Do we have here the function delete later? Yes. These are free safe. Destroyed. Okay. So really the idea is with a Q object, when I'm about to destroy it, I don't want to call delete. I want to call delete later. So that would be a bit similar to the way we are handling the ref objects. It's just I don't have any idea anymore where this is defined, so I need to recollect my memories. Let me see. I guess we have that already in core. Yeah, Luna shared templates. That could be it. If we go there, that's how we push, something like that. And okay. So maybe we need to extend this. That would be in Luna. We're going to take this, and if we go back into the bindings for Qt, we will put that in the shared context. Well, we had that in the compile context, or the other one here. So let's go into the compile context. We have this in Qt, and let's add so namespace Luna. We're going to define, so for the provider of Q object, the container should be container type a Q object pointer. When you do get, that should return you a Q object. And that should just be the container itself, in fact. And when you do set your container, which is the reference on your pointer, should be set to this pointer, and when you release, what does it mean to release? Release means you don't own the object, so you should not do anything except setting this container to 0. I mean to nil. But when you are to destruct Then that's where you would do um, delete later, and then you would set that to null. Phew, this is working. That's cool. So here we do the rebuild. And also now we need to get back to what we were trying to do here. We have to create the thread normally, so that's going to create our pointer and store it and all. And then then you assign this thread, and then you unassign this thread. That's all. And you call GC. Come on. So the destruct function is defined at that, but I don't think we're actually using this. So if we go in Luna, we have the destruct from the provider, which is used when we do GC. So if we have a flag, we do something. Provider destruct. What is a provider? A generic provider is doing this, calling the Lua behavioral destruct. Release is setting this to no. That's what we do by default. Can I check if we are calling this? Let's say on debug. right? This is not called. So I keep investigating on this, and what I just realized is even if I remove completely the thread creation part, if I just call this garbage collection at this point, then I don't get the next message. Wait a second. Why don't I have anything displayed? I'm just calling this here, and I think that could mean I'm deleting every. Oh man. Okay, so what's happening is I do all my setup here and everything. But then the moment I just call the moment I call this, I'm going to delete everything. Basically. So this is an interesting concern. An init, where is an init call? Just after the run of the loop. That's really tricky. I don't know why I'm getting this result. So investigating further this garbage collection issue, I have been messing up completely my crypto view file here, commenting most of the stuff, and same thing in Qt app base. I have debug outputs everywhere. And the thing is, basically, I reach this point, and when I'm done with that and I do a garbage collection, I'm done. I can't go any further. So I'm only reaching step 8. So it means something is going wrong in this init function. And I just figure out that, okay, if I comment up to this point, all the local variables here will be deleted when I exit this function. So until here it's not deleted, but the next call will delete them. And if I do that, then everything runs as expected. But if I create this doc1 widget, then that doesn't work anymore. So yeah, I get this error. So I need to figure out what is going on with this doc widget exactly. Now you can go there, so doc widget. But no, not the Pi version, I want the Lua version. Yeah, considering the duration of this recording, I think I should stop here and make another session again. So see you next time. Bye bye.